Hello friends, welcome to YouTube channel. I am Professor Priyen from Small Startup and Innovation University. Today we are going to discuss about distribution network. In previous lecture we discussed about transmission and generation scheme. So you can see the distribution grid. Two types of distribution will be there: primary distribution and secondary distribution. So for a rural area and the city network and industrial consumer, three type of consumer we have. So the much more requirement will be from industrial consumers, and for a small area of city network is also required. So you can find the two distribution substation also nowadays in mega cities like Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar and all. But for small villages, no separate distribution substation is required because the consuming load will be very much small. So the connection of such a network will be either radial or ring main or interconnected. And you can see this, it has a primary distribution scheme and a secondary distribution scheme. So obviously you are going to generate electricity to 11 kV and transmitting your electricity depending on the length of the transmission distance from 11 kV to 66 or 132 kV. But at the end of the distribution side, you have to step down the voltage so that the current will be going to increase and it will fulfill the demand of consumer from 132 kV to 33 kV, 11 kV. And after the 11 kV, the primary distribution will start, which will going to feed internal substations in the mega cities or big consumers like big factories and GIDC industrial assets area and all. After that, this primary distribution substation, the secondary distribution system will start. You can see up to primary distribution substation, there will be 3-wire 3-phase system, and on the secondary distribution system, you are going to convert your 3-wire system into 4-wire system, and also you are doing a step downing of the voltage from 11 kV to 400 volt or either 450 volt, 440 volt you can say. This is practically done for achieving one extra neutral wire for single phase consumers like small houses or whose actual power demand will be less than 5 kilowatt. And for a obviously for a factory consumers also they require neutral wire for their internal connection. So the secondary distribution will be always in star connection. So you have to use delta to star transformer. You can step down the voltage. You can get one additional wire, and if you are using only single phase, then 230 volt 50 hertz will be there. If you are using 3 phase, 415 volt will be there. So these are the distribution system. So as we say that the radial, ring main and interconnected system will be there, where in the radial there will be only one substation located in the feeder. From the feeder there will be distributor and load. So if the fault will be occur in any substation, whatever the load connected on the feeder will be going to turn off. So to avoid such thing, we are moving to the ring main system. Substation will be going to connected in ring main type, where if the fault will occur in section L, M, M, this particular load will be going to flow through S, R, P and M. So this particular part will be not going to isolated from the LD system. But there will be no hope if the fault will be occur in the substation. So to avoid such condition, we are using two substation, S1 and S2. So if any substation will be turned on the maintenance mode or any fault will occur, then by using another substation we can divert the power supply to the network. So many times you observe such thing that the society has a failing a light blackout for the particular whole society, but next society will have a full load in that particular domain. So in our city these three combination will occur. So in your society maybe it will be radial, but in your area will be connected in ring main system, and from that particular area to another area there will be interconnected system. And obviously we have two different type of scheme. In India we are mostly using underground system for a secondary distribution only. For a primary distribution or for secondary transmission we use overhead system, which will be very bad while taking photographs. It will be always there. Whatever, but for a public safety it is also there. It is a less safe and initial cost is obviously it is less expensive. Underground system, the digging of land and the laying of a cable and covering the resurfacing, all things expense will be much more in the overhead system. But obviously overhead system has a disadvantage that the fault will be frequent. By lightning stroke you can say, or by one wire will be going to loosen and it will touch to the another wire or ground, so LG and line to line ground fault will be occur. So but in underground system no chance, very rare chance to fall. So obviously as I said previously that it will give a shabby look in our photographs also. Yeah, but in underground system wire is not available. Overhead system is very flexible. You can change the cable once you are designing, but in underground it is not flexible. You can easily identify fault in overhead system, but to find a fault in underground system is quite difficult. But using a Megger you can easily identify. Repairing is easy, but underground is very difficult. So working voltage is up to 400 kV or distribution, but transmission can be much more greater also. But for underground system only 66 kV due to insulation difficulty. Heating problem will be there because there is no air will be provided. So these are the disadvantages of the underground.